Future home sellers, how would you like to gain thousands of dollars by only spending $600 when selling your home? That's what we're going to talk about today. It's a strategy that I feel so compelled about doing when I sell every one of my listings. That I wrote a whole book about it in my book called Home Selling Sharks. I feel that selling a home is like swimming in a pool of shark infested waters. So your house is like that. Your house is full of sharks. You don't know when they're going to bite you and eat away your equity, right? You don't know until you do know. And that's why having an inspection on your home before it even goes on the market is so important. So how do we dodge this shark? We're going to get into that. My name is Diane Cardano Casacio. I'm the associate broker and team leader for the Cardano Team. And all I do is listings. And all I've been doing in my listings for the last 25 years is pre-home inspections. I list my home. Before I do it, I get a home inspection on the property, have the seller spend $600, and I'm going to tell you why. It's a secret weapon. So I don't know if you're ready for this, but hunker down. Let's talk about why you should spend $600 when in the seller's market, buyers are not doing inspections, right? Buyers are not doing inspections in the seller's market. They haven't been doing one for 4 years. But you know what? There's been lawsuits after lawsuits after lawsuits, buyers coming back to sellers because they think they didn't disclose something, when really the seller didn't know about it at all. So why not get things out? All the cards on the table. Make the buyers feel comfortable by buying your home. And what happens, especially in the seller's market, when you have 7, 8, 10, 20 offers, when you have this inspection report, the buyers feel more comfortable. They actually will pay you more money because they feel really more comfortable. I had this one house in Cheltenham not too long ago, and the buyer agent actually came to me and said, they came up $50,000, which is $20,000 more than anybody else, because they had the home inspection. They felt comfortable. So right there, I knew we were doing the right thing for the last 25 years. So let's talk about why to do the inspection before your home goes on the market, and what some of the strategies are behind it. Well, we talked a little bit about why. Why, most importantly, is you want to unravel the whole thing. And you want to say, okay, here's what I've got. I have double tap breakers. I have a sinking cement stool. I have it to the worst. I've got termites. There's this, there's that. I have these things wrong. And you know what? At that point, you evaluate it. So first thing is just do the inspection and get the list. And then we look at costs behind the repairs that the buyers are going to be worried about. And how do we know what repairs buyers are usually worried about? Is because we've been doing this for a long time, and we know what buyers are really worried about. There's things that are important things, like electrical repairs, things like that. Once we get the report, then we're going to say to ourselves, okay, which ones should we say we're going to do, or which ones should we just say, hey, we're not going to do it, and price the house accordingly? That's a big strategy right there. And that's why hiring somebody who not only has the home inspection strategy in their marketing plan and has a great inspector who knows how to do pre-listing inspections, or two different kinds of people, is really important. I don't know of any house I've gone into that has done a pre-home inspection. It's only maybe because the first buyer backed out. They found out all these things wrong with it, and then they have the inspection. That's usually how we see an inspection report today on a listing, just to make sure that you understand that when you do the inspection, there is a 21-day waiting period where the buyer does this due diligence. And people are doing them. There's areas that buyers are doing inspections. They're coming back, guys. So make sure that in a seller's market you do it, and also in a buyer's market, even more so. The buyers are 50% of the time will do their own inspection. They won't look at yours. But at least we said, we have this crack in the wall, and we know it costs $5,000. We're not going to do anything about it. Matter of fact, here's $5,000. Or maybe like in a seller's market, I would say, we're not going to do anything about it. You just, you deal with it. Okay. So there's two different ways of, depending on what market we're in and what the buyers are actually looking for today in today's market. Okay. So you have the inspection, you have things wrong. We go out and we get all the things, prices for things that we think are relevant. And then we decide what to do. And now the house is going on the market. So what happens next? So what happens is, along with the information that you give the buyer, seller's disclosure, we also give them this shiny list of all the things, bad and good. They have what's called maintenance and defective. Maintenance are things you should do, like maintenance, you should do this or that. Things are just not really have any monetary value. But then there's also the defective, and they're the ones that you have to concentrate on. So what we do is we put a whole list of the things they said we would do, and we have it on the piece of paper attached to the home inspection. All the offers come in, And what happens is because you've done that, some buyers, they want the house so bad, they'll say, hey, we saw that list of things you're going to do. You don't have to do any of those, and we'll buy the house. In this market, happening 50% of the time. So not only does, in a pre-home inspection on the seller's market, uncover all these bad things, it also wipes them all away because they want it. They signed off on it. They don't come back to you after. And that's the most important thing I've seen. I've heard some horror stories of what's going on in the world of the legal world is that people are going after sellers after the, and that's the most important thing. You want to drive off, wave goodbye to your home, and every cent that you got that day at settlement, you want to keep it in your pocket, not giving back to the buyer later on, correct? So that is the other main thing about the inspection. So you've got the offer, and now what you're going to do with it, well, if every single buyer comes in and wants another home inspection, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that. If that's more in a buyer's market, that happens. But even in a buyer's market, we have those people who really want it and they waive it. It all depends upon, I find, that the buyers, if it's a guy buying a home, if he's handy. If he's not handy, you can find that they feel a little squeamish and they actually do the inspection. So today we uncovered why to do the inspection, how to get an inspector, and how to hire the inspector. Well, you want to hire a good realtor who has that in their marketing plan. And lastly, what to do during the offer, use it as a negotiating tool to get the price and dollar amount you want. So Diane Cardano Casacio here. Hope that helped you out. Remember, get a copy of my book, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing tons more videos that relate to the things I feel most important about how to fight the sharks, right? How to make sure that when you sell your home, your money stays in your pocket by uncovering all the negatives ahead of time. Have a great day.